My name is Michael Fred Castro. I retired Air Force / Air National Guard. Wings Over Wendy's is living history. It's living heroes. Unlike modern day kids' heroes like big rock stars or football players, these are actual heroes that fought and served for the United States through many different wars. We come to the meeting and I'm with heroes every weekend. I get from these meetings camaraderie, a sense of brotherhood, sororities. We're all brothers in arms, men and women. I get relaxation, like I say, camaraderie, and a chance to express and talk about what used to be, how we did it, what fun we had at times. At least here, we all experienced the same thing. Only the guy that went to the moon and landed on the moon can talk to another man who landed on the moon.
I'm in the airlock now, and it's dumped to, first I dumped it to 9, and then it crept back up to 9.5. I dumped it again, and it's sitting at 8.5 right now.
So where are we headed to now?
To Wendy's. That's my life. I'm 99 years old as of last Thursday, and the reason I'm still here is because I'm doing God's work. Or that's my opinion anyway. And we have several members are still living that were original members, like Leah Auger was one of them.
We like meeting up. It gets us out of the house, and we have a lot of activities, and it's a great support group.
I think the thing is that most people feel that they want to do things for our veterans, and this is their source of doing it.
My name is Keith Long. I was drafted into the U.S. Army, went in 1969, got out in 71. When we first came back from Vietnam, they didn't want anything to do with us in the VFW. They didn't consider us veterans, I guess, whatever it was. Now, they wouldn't let us in. So, things changed because the World War II and the Korean veterans were getting older and passing. The VFW was starting to go under. Suddenly, they needed us. And so I came back because I felt I belonged. And I got in. I felt I was a veteran. I went to war. Got a combat medical badge. Bronze Star. Must have done something. And it was just a good place to go.
The raffle is a way for further communications within the group here at Wings Over Wendy's. The problem is that some of the gifts are used books and items that you wouldn't normally take home with you. The joke is the winner of the raffle are the ones whose numbers were not called. But Marion does a great job in providing food in a nice basket, and that's the grand prize. So, there you have it.
319. Oh, sit down. 319.
My name is Leon Martinez. I served in the U.S. Air Force from 1952 to 1954. I love the VFW. It's been a home for me, really. Coming to meetings or that. I haven't come very many meetings. Now I don't even have a car, so I just kind of, when I get a ride, I'm here. Coming to lunch and breakfast on Sunday sometimes.
My favorite thing, biscuits and gravy, and also the eggs. They the way you want them, yes.
I'm Chris Durai. I'm the Vice President of the Auxiliary for Post 2805 Auxiliary in Canoga Park. This is the post that I've been involved with for 18 years. My dad was a Marine in the Korea War, always instilled in me a great love of the military. I'm really proud of our military service members and want to make sure that they're remembered and honored. An auxiliary member is someone who has not served in the military, but joins under their relative's service membership. We are the support system for the VFW post. We help with just doing anything that is needed to be done around the post to help our members and make sure everything is done that they want. Today, I'm helping serve breakfast. We do twice a month. We do a Sunday breakfast, all you can eat eggs, hash browns, bacon, sausage, biscuits, and gravy. We serve typically about 40 to 45 people every Sunday.
Bud Light, a Michelob Ultra.
I'll do the Michelob. No.
I got that.
So my name is Jose Ricardo Hernandez, but I go by Ricky just to keep things simple. My branch of service was United States Marine Corps, and I served from 1995 to 2020, which is a total of 25 years.
Pump me up! Pump me up! Don't let me down! Don't let me down! Pump it up! Pump it up!
I think a common misconception about veterans is that we're dumb. We're guerrilla, knuckle-dragging individuals that exist to fight and win battles. After serving 25 years in the Marines, you become accustomed to a certain lifestyle, certain expectations, right? And just a certain way of life. Many times we don't so much miss the institution as much as we miss the people. I swore to myself, when I was getting ready to get out, that I would never, hang out with Marines again. But I found myself missing them, right? So somebody put it to me really nicely once that, you don't miss the circus, but you sure miss the clowns, right? I missed Marines and I went looking for them. So I became a member of, the VFW. And then I also became a member of the American Legion and the Marine Corps League because I wanted to be around veterans once again, surround myself with those people that I admired so much during my 25 years of service.
Captain Bill Ratner, U.S. Navy.
My name's Nate Forsch. I was in the United States Marine Corps for 15 years. I was an infantry mortarman. I remember the first Marine Corps League meeting that I went to here, and the experience was like you didn't know you were missing something. Like you've been drinking that glass half full for so long that you thought a glass half full was a glass full. And then after a night of being with the Marines in the VFW, I realized that my glass had been half full, and I felt very full after, a night of camaraderie with my fellow Marines. It's funny you asked that question about how we feel about the rank structure now. It's more of like you were a senior in high school and I was a freshman, but we both graduated high school and now we're graduates, So it's, yes, I always look at those majors and sergeant majors and captains as officers or, senior enlisted Marines, but now we're just Marine veterans. So we have a common bond of how we influence our society that way.
Marines hold themselves to a ridiculously high standard. We expect a lot from one another, and we look to each other for not just support in like physical ways, but also in emotional ways. When I helped to form this Marine Corps League chapter that we have, one of the things that I realized after I left the Marine Corps was that Marines need Marines. I come from a very large Catholic Mexican family. I have cousins and aunts and uncles, and I have a lot of friends, right? But none of them are Marines. And while I love them and they love me, there are certain things that they just don't understand, right? Only Marines get it. Some of my Marine brothers and sisters I am closer to than some of my blood family, right? Marines need Marines. And I didn't know that when I was, in the Marine Corps serving on active duty, surrounded by them every day. But I came to understand that and feel that, once I retired in 2020.
I grew up in the Marine Corps. So my dad did, 30 years in the Marine Corps. And so I was always around the Marine Corps League. I just didn't know its importance until I got out of the service. To be happy is to be part of a tribe. And, a lot of us were happy when we were in the Marine Corps and part of that tribe. And so the Marine Corps League allows us to, tug on those bonds and feel that camaraderie and esprit de corps again.
Believe it or not, all of us are, I would say, 3 to 5 very bad decisions away from living on the street. You get out, and you're just lost, right? So you wonder, what's next, right? Like, what am I going to do, And you try to function in society, right? And it's hard because society, and I mean, like, I don't mean this in a bad way. It is what it is. Society has low standards. Like, we don't expect much from each other. Like, there's not much accountability out there, right? So when that structure is gone, you feel lost, right? Your question about what's next, I don't know, right? Like, it's difficult, because I've been trying to figure that out. I've been retired since 2020 for 6 years, and I've been trying to figure that out for 6 years, right?
In adapting to the civilian population after service, it really is a work in progress because, you're never fully adapted. That's why the veteran service organizations are so important, is because they help you with that transition through life to find meaning, after your primary purpose has gone away.
I think truly that the honor of my life, was to be a Marine. And I think a lot of times this saying that Marines have, like, once a Marine, always a Marine, is to help cure that trauma that, some of us experience on the way out,
Figure I did the best I could, and I was able to do what I could for the U.S. Air Force. Well, I just wonder, how long am I going to be around? And I can't understand why I'm around, really, but it feels good. And, however, I'm not afraid to die, whatever, I'm here, enjoying myself. Maybe that's the reason I'm still around here, because I took up dancing, and as I was growing older, after 60 years, I'm still dancing, and now I can't do much dancing anymore, but I enjoyed it while I could.
The magic that takes place in this place, that's, I would say, how that there is magic, that there's unforeseeable or non-seeable glue, that no matter how different individuals we are, there's a main catalysis that holds us all together so that we can to make sure that things last for the better and we get rid of the worst. And I think that's about it.